Welcome back to Sentinel RC. We just received our new contender bodies. So I like to collect the bodies. There's three of them. There's the yellow one, there's gray and blue, and then the red and black, which I've also ordered. Here's the body, just arrived. I'm gonna put it on, take her out for a spin. I'm gonna make some adjustments to the body right away. You guys will see how it looks when I get back after cutting it and getting rid of the excess plastic like I like to do with my Dremel tool. But so first off, some of the modifications, I went ahead and cut out the rear portion, the fans, and here near the roll bars, up here, as well as here along the side. And I do that so we can combat the parachuting that occurs when you're trying to hit top speeds, right? This guy with fresh body and no holes in it gives a lot of parachuting, which causes the car to flip over. So I like to cut these artistic holes, different styles in each body, just to kind of give it some places for the wind to escape, right? So there's less wind resistance. And so because it's sharp gray, white gave me a feel of a great white. I added some gills to both sides. I also have some rear fins. Only issue here is I couldn't find the same bluish gray color, so I'm struggling to find that color, but definitely plan on painting them that color to add more to the sharp feel of it. And so along the front side, began playing with some artistic ability, and I added some shark eyes to the front, right? So we can have a little fun with the bod and how it's looking. I created some holes here as well in front, just to let the wind pass through the body. We also have gills along the side as well. So I really like the look of these gills. It gives it some style, gives it some grace. Some of the other modifications to this particular body I made were to the chassis itself. And so what I've done is I've added black duct tape to the rear portion here. Why? Because when you're making cuts and cutting out the plastic, it compromises the integrity of the plastic, and it actually makes this section a little bit weaker, right? So when you start flipping and you don't land the jump quite as well and you cartwheel over, these things can break. And I'll show you in another video where my other one broke, the custom body that I made and really cut out. So I've learned to start backing my bodies with some duct tape. That gives it a little bit of extra added support. What I've also done is added some Velcro. Velcro strips there, Velcro strips here, right? Now this will help to keep the body down and give it a lot more stability, so it's not as much shaking around when you're jumping and so forth, and that just goes to help control the car a little bit better, give it some better handling. Some of the other modifications that I've made, I added some trenchers. So I added some trenchers to this guy here. Trenchers are universal, gives you a little bit more play with pavement, loose dirt, packed dirt. It's a little more universal in that regard and adaptable. So we're definitely going to see how these go and give them a run at the track and out here in the park and so forth. Some other adjustments and upgrades I've made. If you haven't noticed, I put the shock towers on. The aluminum shocks. Aluminum shocks are really cool. They give it a cool feel with that blue, aluminum blue, matching up very well with the motor plate. In terms of performance enhancement, they perform a little bit better. Coil over shocks, they come already prepared with fluid inside of it. Although you might want to take your fluid out and put some new fluid in, so that way you know exactly what's going in. But I suggest if you're not into that type of stuff, they're ready to go, fresh out of the pack. You just got to install them and you're ripping and running once again. I've also made some adjustments. I was currently dealing with EC5 connectors, which I still like for the most part, but I've transitioned to the IC5 connectors, which I really, really like. IC5 connectors, the leads are in the housing and they stay in there. You do the soldering while the leads are in the housing. And the gray portion is slid on first at the very bottom. So once you're finished soldering your wires to the leads, you just slide the gray portion up and click it. Now the fun thing about the IC5 is that it's compatible with the EC5, and so it slides right on, no problem at all making the transition or connecting those two different wires and leads for them to function properly. These are the upgrades made. There'll be some more upgrades, about one more. So I'm gonna add some steel drive shafts to the car. I have them already. I don't plan on installing them just yet. I don't want to get back into the rear and the front differential just yet. I'll have some fun with this guy first. Maybe in a few weeks I'll do a video on how to install the front and rear drive shafts. Once again, Pro4 SC10 body modifications here at Sentinel RC. And if you like my videos and you like what's going on and all the babble, please give me a like and a subscribe. It doesn't hurt. I greatly appreciate you guys. Until next time.